There's 4 parts to you that we focus on with the Pure Sound method. With your growth and development, there's 4 parts that you have to focus on. As your physical part, your emotional part, your spiritual part, and your mental part. And when you get up every day, this is the minimums for maximum. And you have a minimum requirement you set for yourself. And those 4 parts of yourself, this is just the basis, the bottom line of growth and development. And this is the beginning of being an author of your future, building your character. Peace. Travis Odewell, it's Pure Sound Daily Business. God, this is where we unlock your genius, discover purpose, and build prosperity using business principles, psychological type, spiritual architecture, and story structure. I'm going to touch on that story structure today. How are you structuring your story? Being author of your life, of your future. Have you chosen a model, a genre that you're going to be a writer in? I think I would tie genre into your skill when we're talking about business. Or your area of interest. We're talking about your personal life. Or how you want to interact with those close to you. Build your family, the model of your family. And of course, your community. The larger, different institutions you deal with. What would be your model, your ideal for that? So I know I threw a lot out there. What am I even talking about, right? Genre, skills, authorship. Let's start with the one takeaway we always need to be taken away. And that is the minimums for maximum. Those 4 parts of yourself. Waking up every day, making sure you're touching on, in my opinion, it's best to do it in the morning. But it seems as though what I've seen for people that want to do big things, you're either doing it in the morning or doing it at night. Because we need that time to ourselves. So you got to wake up a little earlier when others aren't awake so you can have that and really alone time. It's just that time where you can really focus without outside distraction. It's usually in the morning or later at night. Working on your physical self. Doing something. I was thinking how this right here, this podcast, been doing it for a while. I'm getting better at it. Oh, and I know the last few weeks, been trying to get more loose, more engaged, tell better stories, speak better, just have more fun. Any speaker, you having fun, the audience is going to have fun. I know I've been speaking a little loose. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'm developing a skill in something. That's a big part of the physical. That's more of a bigger idea. The idea of building and developing your physical part. The simple physical thing is to actually get in your body, right? You're not going to discount that. I know I'm in my 40s, making sure I'm getting my walk in every day, and now I'm leveling up to an old high school friend. Shout outs to Coach Andrew Summers, has a jiu-jitsu team. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try this. This is very new for me because I've never done any wrestling, anything like that. So I'm a true newcomer. And as one, let's go right into the mental piece. We're building, having new ideas and building upon that. And I was tossing around in my head, and I'm like, it's exciting to be grown and starting something new and being able to truly watch yourself develop. I would say, man, I'm excited to find out what these new ideas and new experiences will come. And what am I going to learn about myself? What am I going to be good at? What am I not going to be good at? Yeah, I have, what I want to do. It's like, no, I'm going to find out what I'm good at. Am I a good striker? Am I a good wrestler? I think one thing I do know throughout my life, I've always been pretty good at getting out of things. Getting out of things and not getting into things when I'm focused on it. But then I can also be lackadaisical and get into things by not paying attention, keeping it moving. Talked about the physical part, every day getting in your body at minimum. Just as an individual, building mental peace. If you're here listening to this can help. This also goes into the emotional piece, getting our drive going. Getting up every day, let's get it. Whether it's with getting up every day and saying, let's get it, so you can get it in these other parts. For me right now, that physical part, I need to get my drive kick-started day in, day out. I have a habit of walking, but we want to do more. So that's where we have different ways. Getting in emotional knowledge, the mental piece, it all comes together in the spiritual piece. The spiritual piece where we talk about bigger ideas. And again, we don't have to get all deep. That's what I'm here to do. But I do want to recognize is, work on the spiritual. Pray, meditate, contemplate. Read your religious institutional book of choice. And me saying that, I'm like, I need to get back to consistency with that. I've been working on things and I've been thinking about the concepts, but I haven't really been reading, so to speak, or listening to anyone. It's like, I make my meetings, and that's how I'm actually working on programs related to spiritual concepts, unpacking the new concept of spiritual architecture. So it's like I'm thinking about it, I'm in it like that. However, in my opinion, you always want to be getting something outside of yourself also. For the introverts out there, we work a lot within ourselves and we can kind of get caught up in that. It's like, okay, I need some outside stuff. I need some extroverted information, so to speak. And this is how we develop. This is just the baseline. The minimums for maximum in these 4 areas of yourself. Your physical part, your mental part, your spiritual part, and your emotional part. This is how you build your character. If this was a role-playing game, this would be the baseline stats, so to speak. These are the things you need to work on, and this is how you're going to increase and level up your character. And this is what we're talking about. Being tongue-in-cheek, being metaphorical, authoring your character, taking control of your life. You make the choices. You make the decisions. And this is just the groundwork. Understanding how to level up your character. When I was talking about the model, what model you're choosing as an individual, what model as family, those close to you, community, and career. What model are you choosing? This is setting up the world, so to speak. You're literally building your world. That's what we're doing here. I'm literally walking you through how to build your character. Another word, avatar. All right, you are a divine being manifested in the flesh. I'm not saying you are the divine being. I'm just saying you have divinity within you. You're manifested in this flesh spacesuit as we all are. You get to create your life. It's your life you're living. The avatar is this flesh spacesuit, is the representation of our higher self. We're walking through a method that gives you the tools, the keys, etc., to being an author of your life. I've always liked writing. If I retire, quote unquote, I want to retire being a writer. So this is heavy why I use authorship. I'm just saying you in control, you in command. You choose what you do and how you do it. Making a better life for yourself, that habitual joy and happiness. Joy being an emotional part, and happiness being defined as successful, lucky, and fortunate. And waking up every day, living that type of life, I think that would be the story you'd want to live. And you get to be the author of it. So how are you building your character? How are you building yourself? How are you developing and growing? Are you tapping in to the 4 parts of yourself and nurturing yourself, building up your character? I'm going to land on character being one of the 4 parts of your lifestyle design. What model are you choosing? Is that first having an awareness of who you are, how you move with your character? So how do you move with your character? What are you interested in? And what are you working on? And have you set that requirement for yourself that these are my daily minimums to hit my maximum? It's Travis Soda Wells, Pure Sound Daily Business. Peace.